Aloha, everybody. Craig's just stepping out for a minute. He'll be right back. But as you know, we have the lovely Protein Sparing Modified Fast Cookbook to give away, but nobody shared the video. Nobody shared it. We looked everywhere. There's no sharing on Instagram and tagging me or on Facebook and tagging me. So if anybody wants to win this, we give it away every week. All you have to do is share it with your friends on social media that this video is live, that we are educating everybody about how to do keto properly, because there's so much misinformation out there. Doctors and celebrities, Jillian Michaels is saying keto's going to kill you. I got to tell you, I've been doing it for over 25 years now, and I'm not dead. I'm healthier than ever. I feel way better than when I ate Special K and skim milk for breakfast, and eating a bunch of fruit, thinking that was, healthy, a free food. And what's funny is we have a private Facebook group, which you can all join. And on that private Facebook group, someone said, I was the Weight Watcher spy that came to your class 10 years ago, and I was supposed to spy for Weight Watchers because she was a leader, and they were upset with me for talking bad about them. And so she was the spy that went to, see if I talked about them, which I didn't. I'm talking about them now, not bad. But what's funny is I converted that woman. She is now a big follower of mine, and no longer does Weight Watchers. So what I had to say made a lot of sense. But here we go. If you have questions, please ask them. We want to help you out. Anything that you want to ask, we are here for you. So let's see. Is 3 capsules of the living bone and 800 milligrams of magnesium adequate for osteoporosis? Thank you. No, it is not. There are other things for bone health, which I have a whole blog post about on mariamindbodyhealth.com. You want to make sure that you get a good amount of, you have to increase progesterone. And if your ovaries are no longer working, which happens with menopause, that's why women suffer from osteoporosis a lot. There are some other supplements that can help with that. I don't want to yell them out here, just in case. You always want to talk to a doctor or work with someone personally like myself, but you could add vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is about getting the calcium into the bones where you want it to be. So I'm not saying K1, that's a blood clotter. Vitamin K2, they shouldn't even be called the same vitamin Ks. Vitamin K2 is about getting calcium into the bones. I started taking vitamin K2, I don't know if it's been 10 years, about 8 months after I started taking it. I noticed I no longer had to get my teeth cleaned. I used to have to get plaque buildup all the time taken off my teeth because, plaque buildup. And I have no plaque buildup whatsoever, and I haven't had my teeth cleaned in, 6 years or so. I know the dentists and hygienists are going to say, get your teeth cleaned, but honestly, everybody talks about my pearly whites. There's no plaque buildup. Let's see. On protein-sparing modified fast days, should I worry about calories or how many meals I eat? Yeah, you should worry about calories. And that's why we write the books that follow your macros. Get your macros done. Go to ketomaria.com. Get your macros done. That's going to give you calories, protein, fat, and carbs. Follow those. If you want to have results, follow those macros. And then this is the biggest mistake that people do is they add a bunch of cheese and nuts and all of these other things on the non-protein sparing days. It's really not, you're not going to have the results that I have with clients if you do that. But the cool thing about protein sparing modified fasting is this is the holiday season. I mean, honestly, there's Halloween stuff out. Between Halloween and Valentine's Day, people gain about 15 pounds. And if you do indulge, I would say do your protein sparing days on those non-indulging days just to not gain that 15 pounds. So, I'm not saying go out and get your Pizza Hut on, but if you do, the protein sparing will save you from gaining a bunch of weight. Let's see. Love watching your boys in videos. So sweet. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. You're awesome. Good morning. I just returned from Maui. Beautiful island. Blessed place to stay. Carnivore keto. I had fun in the ocean and saw a variety of marine life. I know why you love there. Well, we're in Wisconsin now, and then we stay in Maui in the wintertime at the Keto condo. And I thought you were going to say you stayed there, but you didn't. It is very easy to eat keto there. Very easy. Let's see. What is the name of the cream for menopause? Love you guys. Looking forward to the Q&A every week. Well, thank you, Jody. It's called Progest Cream. It's by Emmerich. There's no parabens in it, but you can't. Oh, Jody, someone's answering my question. But you can't just do that. You want to add evening primrose oil too. And if you did a personal health assessment, I'd hook you up with all of those. Yes, we shared it in Facebook. Well, thank you, Nancy. Nancy, you win. Nancy wins a book. You message us your email address and we'll get you the protein sparing modified fast book.
Just about to make your chocolate souffle. Do you need to have chocolate collagen?
She must be a member.
Yeah.
Because that's an exclusive recipe on keto-adapted.com.
It's not out yet.
Not everybody has that recipe. So no, you don't need chocolate collagen to do it. So you can make it without. Let's see. How do I transition from Synthroid to Ancestral supplement B Synthroid? You have to work with a doctor. If you're not working with me one-on-one, I'm going to say work with a doctor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's something you got to work to dial down.
Terry, she has the Rosti Chaffles right now on Instagram. I posted that you could make my Rosti in that waffle maker from the cleanse. Awesome, Terry. Thank you.
Stuck for 3 months after losing 40. This week I gave up dairy and nuts. Averaged 115 grams of protein, 60 fat. I still did not lose anything.
Are you sleeping well? And are you cutting all caffeine? And are you what are your macros?
She listed them there, but I would ask, how far are you from your goal? Because if you're getting close to your goal weight, it can make a lot of sense to look more at body composition and measurements instead of the scale.
10 pounds.
Because the scale can really lie about body composition. If you're gaining muscle while losing fat, the scale's not going to move. I'll put a link in the show notes to an article that shows all these women with the same body weight, but drastically different body composition. Yeah. So you might want to focus on some different measurements, like before after photos and measurements.
Can I use something for other than seafood? I guess.
Oops.
You don't have to eat seafood. I don't know. My dad can't eat seafood because he's allergic.
Just use, if you can eat fish.
And if you're talking about protein. Like our protein sparing book, let me tell you, most cookbooks only have so many recipes. I stock my books way more recipes than anybody else. So even if you cut out the seafood, you'll have a ton. Oh, your skin looks beautiful. What is your skincare routine? You are very, very sweet. I actually don't wear any makeup. And I use, maybe we could do the links here.
Yep.
We'll do the links below of the topical collagen that I use and the hyaluronic acid that I use. That doesn't have any junk in it or bad ingredients. So thank you.
Have trouble sleeping at night and have been recommended to eat carbs, which I feel helps, but they make me feel very bloated the next day. Do you have any tips?
Adding salt will help. Because you're getting hydration and the carbs are adding hydration for you. You just need to get some salt capsules to take before bed.
I'll put a link below.
But if that doesn't work, then I would do a personal health assessment.
Thank you. And just want to reiterate that anybody, we always appreciate any support from super chats or super stickers. So thank you very much.
Yeah, the boys are waiting for us to go hang out with them on a Sunday.
Yep.
And so...
See, buy liquid egg whites. Should I buy the one with 0 carbs per serving? Made with egg whites and 8 more ingredients, or one with 1 carb? I would look for just egg whites.
Well, it won't work if
eggs have some carbs. I mean,
egg whites have a carb in them. It's not a carb that's going to cause you to gain weight. Ingredients are more important than the carbs.
Yeah. Anything help with eye puffiness?
I heard a doctor say too much protein at meal. No, it could be a variety. It could be alcohol. It could be lack of sleep. It could be caffeine. Make sure that you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep. I get more. I get like 9.
21% body fat. Like to get to 18 to 19. Is protein sparing a way to go? 4 days a week? No,
not that many.
If you're that close to your goal weight, I would, maybe do 1 day a week or something and focus more on, proper macros the other days and strength training to get the body composition you're looking for. I mean, that's going to be a better way to go.
You could do 2 days, but it's going to be more about,
flavored egg proteins like chocolate.
Yep.
Delish.
Oh, thank you. Have you tried? Yeah, I have a chocolate angel food cake. I have a strawberry angel food cake. I have a Dutch baby using the vanilla. Yeah, I mean, I have pancakes that use different flavors. You gotta just check out my recipes. I'm so glad I found you. I was stuck on keto. I'm 52, perimenopause, and I walk every day and strength train. Your thoughts, please. Well, welcome. We're glad you found us too. If I don't know what the question is. Oh, you're stuck on keto. That's what it is.
Oh.
I would do a personal health assessment.
I'd get your macros right first.
Yeah.
Most people think they have to add fat when they
lower the fat.
Or keto. And if weight loss is the goal, you want to dial the fat down.
Especially with perimenopause, you need to focus on more protein, especially for your bone health and your muscles.
And on that, we'll have a macro calculator.
How do I figure out macros?
Below, or you can go to Keto Maria.
We spent a lot of money on doing a free macro calculator for everybody. We hope that you enjoy it. We had a designer make it. It's really cool.
And right along that, I gained weight on keto, just learning about protein sparing. Bought the book this morning.
Thank you. Tips? Any quick tips? Follow the meal plans. That's what the tips are. Don't add in any dairy on the non-protein sparing days if you really want to lose weight. And nuts. With weight gain and keto, fat plus carbohydrates cause weight gain. What are nuts? They're fats and carbohydrates. That's what causes weight gain. If you focus on protein, that's going to help you lose weight. And let your body fat be your fuel for ketosis.
Eating primrose, is that enough? I can't.
3 times a day.
3 times a day, but then also she's still waking to pee. If you're waking up to urinate,
and then you can fall back asleep.
Add the sodium, before bed. That
if you can fall back asleep,
then it's not necessarily progesterone type issue.
Do you need to follow macros for carnivore?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, you do.
If weight loss is the goal,
most people do not lose weight on carnivore because they're eating a bunch of dairy and really fatty meats. The truth is, carnivore is not really for weight loss. It's more for like autoimmune if you cut the dairy out. But
sometimes have painful stomach bloat after consuming bone broth. Why is that?
Do you have a histamine issue?
Could be histamines.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't have a stand mixer, just a handheld. My bread turns out okay. Nothing like Maria's. Should I invest in a stand mixer? I have a link to my favorite one. If you want, I guess I use it probably twice a week, if not 3 times a week. It definitely saves me time. It was probably one of the best investments of my kitchen, but I have made it with a hand mixer when I'm on vacation, and you just have to stand there a lot longer. Maybe adding a cream of tartar would help to stabilize the whites.
So this one, why does traditional high-fat keto work well for some at first, then seem to stop? So first of all, you switch from the standard American diet to anything else, pretty much.
Vegan, anything.
You're going to lose weight. You're basically coming from a high protein, high carbohydrate,
high fat,
moderate to low protein, high fat, high carbohydrate, moderate to even low protein diet, which is the standard American diet, to something that is, in the therapeutic, I wouldn't call it traditional keto. I call it therapeutic keto, because we've been doing this for more than just about anybody, 20+ years. And we've always kind of had this approach for the vast majority of that time, is that if you dial the fat or the carbs way down, you're probably getting the same or less fat as you were on the standard American diet. You're not eating extra fat necessarily. Mm-hmm. So, that's the thing that people don't understand. If they did an honest accounting of their calories or macros before and after, they really just cut out the carbs.
I like that you said this. It's the therapeutic keto, not traditional, because honestly, I spoke at Low Carb San Diego and I showed pictures of the boys and I said, they've been keto for more than 10 years.
We never add fat.
Raise your hand in this room if you've been keto longer than 10 years. None of the speakers, except for Dr. Finney, raised his hand.
Yep. And that's our kids. So Thank you so much, Danita. I did your personal supplement plan a month ago and I'm feeling better.
Yay,
I have a couple
Danita.
questions and we'll email you.
Yes,
Perfect.
please email me. I look forward to helping you. I'm glad you're feeling better.
If anybody wants health assessment, well, I'll put a link below. It's really helpful.
Do you recommend calcium and how much? Never take calcium supplements because they are very poorly absorbed and cause calcification of the arteries. It depends on what your needs are, especially for hypothyroid. You will have, hyperthyroid would have more bone loss, not hypo. I do take vitamin D3 with K2. I would do a personal health assessment because I can get most people from a hypo state to a normal state. I get people with Hashimoto's off medication all the time.
So this is I think, important topic. Does protein spike insulin? So let's just be clear.
Insulin's not the devil.
Anytime you eat anything, insulin will rise. That's what it's supposed to do.
Insulin's a net.
And when it comes to protein, insulin will rise more with protein than it will with fat, but less than it would with carbohydrates. But the point is not that, and that's misguided. And this is, I know where you're coming from. You're coming from these people that say any insulin, any rise in insulin will cause you to gain weight. And that's not true. Just think of it this way. If you only ate protein and there's no fat or carbohydrate with that meal, what is going to get stored? You can't store fat you didn't eat, right? If you didn't eat any dietary fat, it's not going to get stored. It's just not. And then you want insulin to rise when you eat protein, because if it doesn't, you don't build muscle. And I think everybody wants muscle. I think everybody wants to not lose all their muscle on their body and become frail and not be able to walk. So, you got to look at it from that context, and please look in our channel and look at this interview with Marty Kendall. We go into detail about insulin and what its effects are and all of that. So please watch that video. How do I restart keto?
Oh, I miss Long Beach, California. Thanks for coming to the book signing, my friend. Honestly, we have a great support site at keto-adapted.com where Craig and I hold your hand through this whole thing. I highly suggest checking that out. We have weekly meetings where we help you one-on-one or in a group setting. But check it out, keto-adapted.com.
Let's see, I'm running. You read that?
Oh, I love running. I can run 60 minutes per day, or 60 miles per day, I'm guessing, and do 20 minutes of weightlifting and see results. I guess it depends, because I used to run marathons, but I was eating junk and I gained weight. It's more about your macros. I started doing yoga and changing my macros, and that's when I leaned down. So it's more about what you put in your mouth, my friend.
Did 19 miles. The hand swelled up. Why was that?
I was drinking Element in my water pack around 8 hours of walking.
It's just as you're swinging, blood and fluid can build up in your extremities.
Yeah, I don't think that's
I don't think it's a big deal.
Super sticker with Michelle.
Thank
you're
you
awesome.
so much. Missed the thing you said about teeth.
How can I rebuild my teeth after a deep cleaning?
Clean scaling.
They want me to use fluoride toothpaste. No, I would not do that. A lot of it has to do with what you're eating, because sugar decays. And also, if you breathe with your mouth open, sleep with breathing with your mouth open, get some mouth tape. I have that for times if I'm mouth breathing. That's going to cause a lot of tooth decay. And add vitamin K2. Probably 300 micrograms of K2.
Strength training exercise in a fasted state. If you have a significant amount of weight to lose, yeah, it's great.
I do.
And you can do it when you're not as well. If you're doing strength training and you're fairly lean and you want to maximize muscle building, you want a protein meal around that workout, close to that.
Always be sure to eat pure protein right after a workout. Why is egg white powder so expensive? I got news for you, my friend.
We're working on it.
We're working on a new company, Maria Emmerich egg white protein. You're going to love it. So watch for it. It should be soon, maybe a month.
Cycle's out of whack. Been keto for a year, not regular. Still not regular. Any tips?
43. I'm at my goal weight. I would add 800 milligrams of chaseberry extract.
I should be taking notes.
Probably evening primrose oil. Why are you taking notes?
To add the links.
Oh, okay. Is there any genetics that affects?
No.
Even like the blood type diet is.
Unless you've got like a genetic disorder that makes you not able to metabolize fructose, like the Pompeii warriors, and I mean, there's certain genetic disorders where you metabolically can't process. I mean, this is a tiny percentage of people, right? Outside of that, everybody processes fat, protein, and carbs pretty much the same. Okay. You can have hormones that affect things and affect sleep and affect all these other things. Lots of different individual differences, but macros are processed the same.
I'm recently diagnosed stage 3 breast cancer. I'm sorry, my dear. Undergoing aggressive chemo. Want to keep my strength and stay keto. Do you recommend a health assessment, or do you have other services I can purchase? We could do a phone consult if you want to. That would cover everything. But a health assessment would be nice to start with. If you ever wanted to upgrade to a phone consult, I could subtract the cost of the health assessment from the phone consult, or the Keto VIP course would give you a lot of one-on-one and then do a health assessment in addition to that. So maybe just start with a health assessment.
And then do you have suggestions for an outdoor sauna? Yes, we do. Yeah. We will
have the link and this coupon code. I think it's
a dry sauna, but yeah, we love it.
We have a coupon code
infrared,
with it,
which gives you.
I think you save $300 with our code.
Yeah, some health benefits.
I was going to do it today. It's chilly out.
Are you coming up with your own whey protein? Yes, we're working on it. So Denise. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Boy, just got a big jump. Let me see.
Do you guys think of carnivore? Well, we wrote a carnivore book.
Yeah, it can be a great tool for
Lyme disease
situations. You know, if you've got autoimmune disorders, Lyme disease, chronic pain,
but it's not the best for weight loss.
Bipolar and these kind of things. It can be a great tool for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk all about that in our carnivore book, which I'll link below. Let's see. How do you know how much electrolyte to use? I'll put. So we have a little chart we made. You want for the full day, you want about 4,000 to 5,000 milligrams of sodium, somewhere in there, and sometimes more, like 6,000 milligrams, depending on the person. But that's on everything. That's on your food. That's in your drinks and everything. But I'll put a link to the chart.
Maria, for someone with gastric bypass, are you able to do the health assessment? Yes. Actually, I work with more gastric bypass patients than you realize. And sadly, I know all of the recommendations the doctor tells you to drink whey protein shakes, which no. Eat fat-free cheese. No. And take calcium supplements. No. So I would be honored to help you.
Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that very much.
The protein sparing bread's in the oven right now, Bonnie says, waiting for that egg white protein powder. Well, thank you. You should do
counted based on current weight or goal weight.
Current
weight. If you get your body fat percentage right, just read the notes at the top of the calculator.
Your lean mass shouldn't change. Suggestions for lowering blood pressure. I did a whole post on Maria Mind Body Health about lowering blood pressure. Getting rid of the carbohydrates is step number 1. That is going to help, get rid of all of that water retention and help with that. Cutting out caffeine is huge for lowering blood pressure. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's true. Adding in 800 milligrams of magnesium glycinate in the morning when blood pressure is highest is step number 3. You want more help? You go to mariamindbodyhealth.com.
Some questions about macros, but we'll put the macro calculator in the show notes, or you can just go to ketomaria.com right here. It's easy to find right from there. Let's see. How long did it take you to get to your goal weight? Deeply appreciate role model.
Michelle, it took me really long. I mean, what happened was
we were learning as we were going.
Well, I didn't want to cut out caffeine. because I worked at a coffee shop since I was 15. I didn't want to cut out dairy because I live in Wisconsin. And so once I did cut those out, the transition happened very fast. But it did take me a while. And then once I was at my goal weight, then I kept losing. And I was like, whoa, I never thought I could, keep losing weight. So,
best diet for weight loss on carnivore, losing slowly. Should I switch to keto? Just get your macros right. I mean, that's the thing is, if you've got weight to lose, if you've got a significant amount of weight lose, adding some protein sparing will really speed it up.
The health assessment would speed it up too.
Yeah. So, but it's mostly about getting your macros right, whether you're carnivore or keto.
Why is carnivore not the best for weight loss? Because usually eating a bunch of dairy and butter and eating a ribeye with butter on top of it because you're bored, and you're trying to add flavor because they're onions, garlic. You can't have any seasoning. You only can have salt. So it's fine for someone trying to heal if you cut out the dairy, if you do like carnivore level 1.
And then if you cut down the fat, you can lose weight with it.
But it's lean fish. It's with just salt, no butter, no ghee.
Yeah, you start to, a lot of people struggle with the variety.
I got really bored.
Limited variety in that.
Yeah.
Why am I not seeing your links below? They'll be added as soon as this is done.
Yeah.
So as soon as it's done, I'll go and add the links
Sandy.
below here for this video. Let's see.
I will be getting your book on carnivore. Let me tell you, get the Carnivore Ebook because that has protein sparing modified fast recipes and meal plans.
The recipes that are protein sparing are all identified in that book.
Yeah, the ebook is much better than
that weight loss.
We make our ebooks better because that helps us rather than Amazon and the publisher.
Yeah. So I know you don't like Chalk Zero. What about Lily's? No, I think they've got a couple ingredients that aren't the best.
I will have a link for an amazing sugar-free chocolate that doesn't use inulin fiber or inulin. It doesn't use fiber. All of those undesired things. This is perfect for Halloween. We should get some for Halloween for the kids. I'll have the link below.
Cook your steak in oil or butter. If weight loss is the goal,
grill it.
Grill it. Then you won't have added fats that you don't need if you're trying to lose weight.
What does protein sparing mean, Craig?
So others have commented in the string here that the Pure Protein Day is a much better name for it, and we're trying to add that to whenever we're
writing another book.
When you do protein sparing, or when we write protein sparing, we try to also write pure protein because it does make a lot more sense. Protein sparing means you spare your body's protein. When you fast, you lose muscle. And so you lose your body's protein. So protein sparing spares your body's protein while mimicking some of the effects of a fast. Okay, so where are we here? Oh, here's another. Thank you so much, Jean.
I received your sugar-free kids cookbook, and I can't wait to try some of the recipes, but I'm looking for your meatball recipe. Is it available online? Well, it depends on what meatball recipe you're looking for. If you go to the holiday chapter, there's a spaghetti and meatballs. It's a zombie spaghetti that the meatballs are little eyeballs that go in the spaghetti. So if you're looking for that, otherwise, if you're looking for like my Italian meatball, if you go to mariamindbodyhealth.com, you'll find it there. It depends. I have probably like 15 different meatball recipes. There's Swedish meatballs. There's the Mexican meatballs. There's all different flavors. So it just depends. But if you could write a review on Amazon, it really helps. Someone gave the book a 1-star review. Yeah. 1 star.
Always going to be those people. Any book recommendations for insulin resistance or difficulty losing? Keto.
Keto, the Complete Guide to Success.
That one
right there. But we would help you personally if you want to.
Yeah, we have tons of support through Keto.
We help people reverse insulin resistance all the time.
If you could recommend one book, which one would you recommend?
I always say, do you like to cook or not? And are you trying to lose weight or just be healthy? Because I have books for all different types of ailments. If I guess Keto, the Complete Guide to Success, right there, kind of covers everything.
6 months of keto, A1C was 5.6. Just checked it, find out. Was it high before then? Yeah, probably. You were probably, closer to 6 or higher. I mean, we've seen A1Cs come from 11
down to
5.6
in 3 months.
in 3 months. So it could have been a lot higher. It's really just hard to say what you were eating before and everything.
What do you recommend for everyday vitamins for people like liver pills, vitamin D, etc.? I guess I do personalized supplement plans for people all the time where you fill out a huge questionnaire. I find out if you have thyroid issues, liver issues, if you need to cleanse, if you have depression, anxiety, gastric issues, small intestine or pancreas issues. And then I conform. Everybody absolutely loves it. Someone gave a testimony earlier and gave a super sticker for it. I do recommend doing that. Otherwise, if you're looking for the links, if you go to mariamindbodyhealth.com,
go to our
have
shopping
a supplement guide.
Yeah, so we have links to all the.
I don't like to cook. Do you have short, easy recipes for meal prep? Yeah, easy, dairy-free, ketogenic recipes. I don't know if it's up there. That would probably be your jam. I have a quick and easy ketogenic cookbook, but the easy, dairy-free ketogenic recipes is great for weight loss.
I follow you too because of Lyme disease. How's Craig doing? And diet seems to help him best. I'm not worried about weight loss as much as I am about feeling better. So for me, carnivore helps with my pain a lot. And so sticking to carnivore as much as I can, and certain spices and things I seem to be fine with, and a little bit of this here and there, what I found works for my body. But
stevia doesn't bother you.
Stevia doesn't bother me.
That was a part of your protocol, the Dr. Coyden?
Coyden protocol. But right now I'm actually doing a new protocol that we will be talking about soon. We're just kind of working on it and seeing how it's going. And it's kind of a work in progress because it's taking like a COVID long hauler protocol and using it for Lyme. And there's definitely some improvements. So we'll be blogging about that pretty soon. Maintenance.
I would do our
carbs.
Personal macro calculator.
Yeah, it's for carbs. It depends on the person and their activity level, whether male or female, how much lean mass. There's a lot of factors. Generally, for maintenance, we still say like 20. 30 grams of protein or 30 grams of total carbs is fine. But let's
Super
see.
sticker. Oh, Gene did it.
Yeah, we already did that one. I'm kind of.
Oh, yeah.
You see one here. Do you eat vegetables? Yeah, we eat some vegetables. We make protein the focus of the plate for sure.
I use onion and garlic for seasoning. We'll use like
tomato and
marinara sauce, iceberg lettuce instead of spinach because of the oxalates.
Let's see.
Is grilling meat bad? No, it's not.
No, there's no
carcinogens.
I mean, if you're cooking the steak well done, it's like black on the outside. Okay, maybe there's some issues there with the charring.
The more rare the meat is, the more vitamin C we'll have.
Yeah, so it's always best to minimally cook as much as you can. Medium rare.
Stephanie, we do have a kids cookbook as an ebook if you're interested in that. It's not the Victory Belt one, but we have the Art of Healthy Eating Kids.
Let's see. What is recommendation for probiotic?
We have the Just Thrive, and we have a discount code for you, and we'll have that in the link below, my friend.
And we typically just recommend a probiotic. We don't do a prebiotic.
Can you do keto fast without eggs? Yeah. The Easy Dairy Free Ketogenic Recipes book has egg-free meal plans in it.
Let's see. How to get rid of fat on the legs and hips.
Spot reduce. And actually, that's a healthier weight to have than belly fat is. Looking like a pear was my body type. I was always called thunder thighs. And it's just getting your macros right, cutting out the dairy and the nuts, and moving your body. Cutting the caffeine helps a lot.
Book for keto and losing weight. Keto for 1 year, 110 pounds lost. Amazing.
Wow, way to go.
A1C from 11.3 to 4.8. That's great. Sounds like you're doing everything right. If you want to speed up weight loss, this book would be a great option.
Or the Art of Fat Loss.
The Art of Fat Loss you can find if you've been stalled and you want to kind of
we'll have those links below. Hi, Lisa. She's one of my recipe testers. She's my dear friend. Can you do decaf coffee? I'm hooked on coffee. No, decaf is made with a chlorinated filtration process, so I don't recommend that. It's really bad. Chlorine's terrible for your liver. Chlorine and fluoride, bad. For your thyroid health. If you did a decaf Americano, that has even less caffeine than a decaf coffee. And then maybe it's just something warm you want in the morning. Now I'm all into cold therapy.
Switch from AIP to carnivore for autoimmune, lost 4 inches on my waist, adding some carbs back in, have a bit of fat under my belly button. Well, depends on what kind of fat what kind of carbs you added. And if it's bloating from the vegetables, that's one of the reasons in our carnivore book, we talked about, how to reintroduce things one by one to see if you're reacting. So if there's a plant that you're reacting to and bloating and everything, maybe that plant's not good for you, and
broccoli,
pick something
cauliflower,
else.
Brussels sprouts, all of them are going to do
Pick
that.
a different plant, whether it's onions or tomato, whatever, your body can tolerate better. How often can you eat liver? I would keep it to 1 to 2, 3 to 4 ounce servings a week.
Never eat a polar bear's liver.
Yeah. But not too much more than that. If you're doing it every day, you could get, vitamin A could build up and there could be some issues there. So
I laugh because there
maybe
was
one
a
serving
thread
a
on
week.
Twitter about not eating a polar bear liver is going to kill you. I'm like, do you have access to a polar bear liver? Because I don't.
Deli meat okay for weight loss? Yeah, as long as it's, doesn't have any junk in it.
We like to get the Applegate Farms. It has no junk in it. There's no sugar in there, turkey or chicken.
Just watch ingredients. And
the Zevia. Well, you're spelling Zevia. Zevia's with a Z.
Soda stall weight loss.
No, you get the caffeine free, because they have stuff with caffeine that will stall weight loss. It's not the Zevia. It's not the stevia in it, but the caffeine will. Don't do xylitol. That will stall. Can you talk about what's that? I've been doing keto for 9 months, down 40 pounds with a BMI 29.
So
I'm a sugar addict and keep cheating with
Coke and ice cream.
Cake and ice
honestly
cream.
How do you stop the sugar?
There are certain supplements that can help with that. I would want to do a personal health assessment, because there are some interactions. You don't want to be taking an antidepressant with it or anything like that. But there are different ways to cut and do a probiotic. Having a good gut bacteria, that helps increase serotonin, that helps with the sugar cravings. And that, I had ear infections when I was just a tiny little girl, that it'd be so bad I would bleed. They would bleed. So I was on antibiotics all the time. My gut bacteria was terrible. And that's why I always crave sugar.
Are your services for FSA eligible?
Have to check.
Well, you have to check with them to be sure.
Every company is different.
Most people that we've worked with, they're able to get reimbursed for our consulting services from their FSA account.
Can you talk about cold therapy? Well, when you are doing cold therapy, you're shrinking the mitochondria, which makes them more efficient. They work better. And the mitochondria is where you oxidize fat. That's where energy comes from. It's the powerhouse part of your cells. Being cold, also, cold therapy is great for your immune system. What's interesting, and I had a great opportunity to speak in Russia, and they send the little kids outside in the middle of winter without jackets or hats. And that's just one of their ways to help with their immune system. But it also helps with dopamine. Even my son, he came in, he was doing cold therapy. He's like, Mom, I feel like $1 million when I do cold therapy. I was like, yeah, it helps increase dopamine. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. It helps with so many things. Autumn, we love Autumn. Autumn is a former caffeine addict here. Cold turkey works for me. It's rough for about a week, but the benefits far outweigh the negative side effects of caffeine in my body. Thanks, Maria, for the support. We love Autumn. She's amazing. She has come so far.
Thank you so much, Kay. We really appreciate that.
Thanks, Kay.
Where can I find an example of protein grams and meat? So I just made a great chart.
I just saved it.
Especially if you're looking for like protein sparing charts.
You should post it. He'll post it on his Instagram.
I'll post it in here. Yeah, come in the middle. There you go. Healthy proteins, leaner proteins.
We're going to have it in our newest book.
So
called Pure Protein Days.
Yeah, maybe.
The Pure Protein Cookbook. It'll be in there.
Do you recommend cutting out other stimulants like ginseng?
Especially if you have sleep issues. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Advice for Raynaud's.
Got a chart on or a post on it that I'll put it in the notes.
About Raynaud's?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've had many clients help with it. The best thing for you to do is add in magnesium glycinate. But then if you want more personal help, we can go there.
Okay.
30 days of carnivore. Where'd you go?
We missed this one. There it is.
Oh, thank you so much, Danny.
Last 10 pounds to lose, 135, 5'5". Calculator says 1,150 grams a day. Should I do protein sparing or no dairy?
No dairy.
Start with no dairy for sure. Cut the dairy
and nuts.
Moderate the fat, a bit, like the calculator is showing you, and get some strength training and activity going. If that doesn't quite get you the last few pounds or the body composition you're looking for, which again, maybe it's not the last few pounds, maybe it's just body composition. Your weight may not change. Yeah. But if that doesn't get you there, then you can look at maybe some other options like sleep and whatnot. But
yeah, make sure that you're sleeping at least 8 hours, Danny. And when we say no nuts, we're talking about the actual nuts, especially cashews. Those are filled with mold and very high in carbohydrates, but that's the one everybody loves. We're talking about the actual nut and nut flours. Like unsweetened almond milk, there's basically no fat and no carbohydrates. It's just water soaked in almonds. That's not the problem. But the actual nuts and the nut flours have a lot of fat and they have a lot of carbohydrates. You cannot subtract fiber from the total carbohydrates. So fat and carbs cause weight gain. And this is why don't eat a whole avocado every day either, people. It's a lot of fat and it's a lot of carbohydrates.
Think about the latest Dr. Bickman post on protein sparing. I would encourage you to go
read
to
the
Instagram.
Comments.
Okay, so go to that Instagram video and read the first comment string by Kevin Stock, because he really hits the point home that he's ignoring lots of science and to cherry pick about, you don't lose muscle when you fast if you're overweight. And that's simply not true. It's been shown time and time again in studies.
It's continuing to be proven. And the reason why we don't comment on that is because we don't want to be the mean people. We let other people comment and they've done great. Protein sparing modified fast for pregnancy? No,
I wouldn't do that.
Wait until after you have that precious baby in your arms.
Let's see. 95 pounds lost, 3 years keto.
Way to go, Gary.
But gained back to about 40 with sugar coming back in. No sugar for 3 weeks now. Thank you for all your help. What's your current go-to non-sugar keto treat?
So, Gary, I'm going to tell you what I do every single day. So I grew up on a bed night snack. Everybody listen up. I grew up on a bed night snack, and it was the hardest habit for me to break. I wasn't even hungry, but for 18 years of my life, my mom thought we were going to fade away in the middle of the night if we didn't eat a snack. And it was always like toast with peanut butter or cereal, something like that. So what I did was I replaced that with a shave ice. It's actually in this book. So the Hawaiians call it a shave ice. You might call it a snow cone. And it just gives me a nice little sweet treat. And I have it every single day. It does not stall weight loss. It does not cause insulin to rise. So it's just shave ice. And I would use different like stevia sweeteners, like a fruit punch or whatever on there. And my kids love it. It's awesome.
Good option. Is Pure Protein a Victory Belt or ebook? It'll be an ebook.
Ebook.
Depending on if that's the name.
Thanks for helping to recipe test some of those.
Yep. Let's see. This one, I
don't know where you're going. You're moving too much.
It moved. If I eat 6 to 12 ounces of lean pro steak a day, will I lift weights? Will I lose weight? You got to get your macros right. And that means hitting your protein goal. If you want to do this healthy, and 6 ounces of steak is not going to be enough protein for a whole day. So use our macro calculator and get your,
what about almonds? Almonds are nuts, fat and carbohydrates, weight gain. I mean, are they the worst thing? I mean, if your goal is to lose weight, get rid of them, and that's why most of my books didn't include almond flour or anything like that until I did keto comfort foods. And that's because it's comfort food. That's when COVID's happening and you're like, crap, I need a biscuit, biscuits and gravy or something.
So do you include butter when you say avoid? I think she means dairy. I've seen many who say butter's okay. No, dairy means all dairy.
Yeah. Like if you're trying to lose weight
for weight loss, try
cutting it out. And I'm not saying forever, but once you're at your goal, like now I have it back in and, choose the best quality butter you can.
How do I get protein sparing cookbook? We'll put a link.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Below, or just go to ketomaria.com.
Yeah. If you don't want to do a super sticker, everybody, that's okay. Buy an ebook and that's like a win-win. You get a present and we get a present,
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Great. Shave ice. Can carbonation cause an issue in weight loss? No. I I usually don't recommend it for my clients that have gone through gastric bypass because it can increase the stoma, but if it's not an issue, then
How do we send stars? You have to do it on the YouTube. So we're broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube right now simultaneously. You have to do it through the YouTube side.
thanks, sweetie.
So in the future, you could join on the YouTube.
I have about 100 pounds to lose, lost 70
centimeter or 70 on keto 3 years ago.
Way to go. Oh, just back into it. I'm worried about loose skin. Is there a way to tighten skin? Well, you want to lose it slowly. That's more important.
Strength training can help tighten things up
Yep.
with time.
Strength training can. Fasting, that's not true. Don't extended fast because you heard that helps with not having loose skin. That just means that you don't lose weight on it. And then there are some things like the microneedling. I think it's called Secret RF that can help tighten skin.
Which approach do you suggest for gaining weight? Just increase your fat.
Yep.
Add a bedtime snack.
Our
if you
kids
need to.
were so underweight, they weren't even on the growth charts when we first adopted them. And now they're at the 85th percentile.
It'll be harder to lose weight if I have low thyroid and am menopausal.
Yeah, it's going to be harder. This is why a personal health assessment will be the best investment you've ever made. I have so many testimonies that I can show you from emails of people saying, I've had so many doctors try to help me, and this one health assessment fixed everything. I think Lisa even said it on one of the last videos we were on.
Sister has gout. Can she start a protein sparing? Yeah, there's no problem with that. I'll put a link to an article about gout in the notes here.
Love your protein sparing cookbook. It's awesome. Thank you.
You kids ever use CBD? No, we haven't used that with them. They sleep well. They've never had any sleep issues.
They don't have anxiety.
So,
but I would say that it's not as harmful as the drugs that people put on.
People think I look like a young Moby.
I don't know who Moby is.
He's a singer.
Oh, cute.
Let's see. Personal health assessment or phone consult. What's the difference?
A phone consult includes a personal health assessment to give you what supplements to do. Phone consult is going to cover everything. It's going to, you talk to me. You have weekly meetings with us. It includes so many things where a health assessment is just an email and questionnaire.
Book with the shave ice. Oh,
this one.
It's in this one, and it's right here. Yeah. But you can just have a flavored sweetener on shaved ice. So
Lakeisha asked, what probiotic do you recommend for kids? We're going to have that in the show notes once our YouTube goes live. It's the Just Thrive brand, but I have a coupon code for you because it's not the cheapest probiotic, but it is the best, and it is dairy free, which not all probiotics are. And it saved me from my IBS.
Should do a couple more.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Can eating this way help osteoporosis?
We have so many testimonies. Remember Shirley Germain?
Yeah.
She totally reversed. She was in severe osteoporosis and osteopenia, and she reversed it with, she did a phone consult. We got her on certain supplements, but I have a blog post on Maria Mind Body Health about how to reverse bone loss. It's getting your protein in. It's vitamin K2. It's getting your progesterone levels right, which you can correct with some natural supplements. It's strength training. It's cutting out all caffeine. It's cutting out all sugar. It's, all of those types of things. Sleeping so much better now.
Egg-free breakfast.
Breakfast chili.
Or we just had bunless burgers. I mean,
we had burgers.
You can break the kind of American what a breakfast needs to be, like eggs.
Everybody loves the ramen.
Eat whatever you like.
I have a breakfast ramen that's really good.
How do you shave your ice? There's a machine we got that shaves it. It's really.
We used to get we got a cheap shave ice maker. Now we have this industrial one. We'll give you the link to the industrial one. Worth every penny. We use it. I sent you a text last night to shave more ice.
Yep.
I have them shave a bunch of ice, put it in Ziplocs, and store it in the freezer so we can have it all the time. Rheumatoid arthritis, you're right. A health assessment will help you in no time, Hannah.
Let's see.
Kombucha, there have been a lot of studies proving that there's a lot more carbohydrates in than what
up to like triple the sugar they list on the label.
You have to put sugar in it to make it. It
starts with a bunch of sugar, and it's never going to eat all the sugar out of it, so you're drinking a sugary drink. Or if it does convert the sugar, what's it converted to? Alcohol. So there's a small amount of alcohol in there too, so it's just not great for weight loss. So
no, the whole oxidative priority.
Black tea stall weight loss?
Well, it's going to be more about affecting your sleep if you're not getting good 8 hours of sleep. I don't know. Black tea does have a lot of oxalates too, so I wouldn't recommend it.
let's see. Is
Coffee good? Heck to the no. We'll do a
it's
blog post. I have a blog post on Maria Mind Body Health. Search why I don't drink coffee, and it gives you a bunch of reasons, including the mold and how it increases blood sugar on about 8%. Nothing's wrong with eggs.
Yeah, I'm sure that person maybe just had a sensitivity to eggs,
Or
so
they didn't like it.
They
We
wanted
love
a
eggs.
different option. Eggs are great. Yeah, your breakfast chili is awesome.
Thank you. She had it this morning with my husband. Loves it too.
Nice.
Thanks,
What is
Kim.
recommended ratio between fat and protein on carnivore for a person who does strength training? Goal is to lose fat and gain muscle. I would
do the
calculator. But in general, if you're getting enough protein, so you're getting a good amount of protein, like 0.8 or more times your lean mass, for weight loss, usually you want the grams of fat to be less than the grams of protein. So that will help you with weight loss. But again, the amount, it really depends on how tall you are, and that's what the calculator is great for.
Is tequila good for weight loss? I heard that it is. Okay, let me tell you about tequila and alcohol. Alcohol increases estrogen by 300%, not just in men, but in women too. And this is why you see men with big beer bellies. It's not a beer belly, it's an estrogen belly, just like women suffer from, okay? Tequila, alcohol, it stops fat burning because it's so toxic to your bloodstream. It has to burn that first before you can burn body fat.
Body has no place to store alcohol, so it has to burn it off, which means any carbohydrates, any fat that you eat while drinking the alcohol gets stored right into your fat stores or whatever, while it tries to deal with all that alcohol. So definitely not good for weight.
Osteoarthritis protocol. I guess I would just help personal with a phone consult or a health assessment there.
But the protocol, yeah, I mean, it's supplements, which you can get with the health assessment, and eating keto.
But we've had so many women, especially women, reverse osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis.
A lot of psyllium husk on YouTube, keto recipes, any issues.
It cause you to gain weight.
It can be an issue for if weight loss is the goal. If you're in maintenance, it can be fine in moderation. We invented the psyllium bread to begin with, so. But chai tea, okay?
It's made with a black tea, and there's usually sugar in it. I mean, unless you're using a tea bag, but make sure they don't have any additives in the tea bag.
A reliable food scale for tracking macros. Yeah, we'll put the link in the show notes here for that. There's one that we like. Oh, here's one on best way to measure body fat and lean mass. DEXA scan. Yeah, DEXA scan is a good way.
Underwater weighing is the best, but you have to live like by a university. The college would do it for you.
All right. So then let's see. Best book plan for reversing PCOS.
I'm not overweight, have been keto since January. I would say Keto, the Complete Guide to Success. That covers hormone issues, including menopause, my journey with PCOS. But yeah, it's not about being overweight. It's how stuffed your fat cells are. How many you have are just overstuffed with the PCOS because it's a type of insulin resistance. But if you want to reverse PCOS, I would do a personalized health assessment. I'll help you in no time. And
before the last question here, make sure for insulin resistance, look at our channel for insulin resistance, and you'll find a great video on that. I just bought your Sugar-Free Kids book last week. So many great ideas. For us to do the chocolate syrup. It is my daughter's favorite right now. She's able to have chocolate milk again. Thank you, so Diana. Awesome. If you write a review on Amazon, please don't give it 1 star. give it like, that's so awesome. Write a little review. Thank you. Yeah, reviews always help. So we really appreciate it if you take a moment. And we hope to check you next Sunday. Thank you, everyone. We'll see. I don't know if next Sunday is going to happen. But, probably. We'll see. All we do. But just stay tuned we'll post about it when it's ready. But bye, everybody. Mahalo. Take care.